welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we're going to talk about, is behavior important in a relationship? And my answer to that is yes. Behavior is very important in a relationship because your behavior determines where your relationship goes. Good behavior, then your relationship going to go smooth. Like every other relationship, a free relationship has its up and down. So even though you have good behavior, you gotta go through that rocky road. But bad behavior can make things even worse for you. Imagine being with someone or being the one with a bad behavior, and then you're bringing that bad behavior into your relationship, and your partner is feeling uncomfortable, your partner doesn't like it, and you already have to deal with life itself, life in a relationship, and then you have that bad behavior. Imagine each of y'all have something, a bad behavior that each of y'all don't like. That's even worse. So yes, the answer is yes, that behavior is important in relationships. Some people, when you check them on their behavior, they get upset, or they don't see that it is wrong, or they just don't see it. But you, as a partner, you see it, and then you feel like, okay, I need to check him on or her on that type of behavior because I don't feel comfortable with it, or that behavior is disrespectful to our relationship, and the person just don't get it. For instance, if you're in a relationship and your girlfriend or boyfriend is out there living a single life as if they have nobody they're in a relationship with. They're just living single here and there, doing what they want, seeing who they want. Maybe every day is a different individual, or maybe it's like two or one individual that they're seeing, but you know that, and they're not hiding that. That is a behavior that's very disrespectful in a relationship, and that is called a bad behavior because you're out there living a single life as if you're not in a relationship with someone. Good behavior is knowing that you're in a relationship, respecting your relationship, not doing anything that will, tick your girlfriend or boyfriend off. Because in a relationship, yes, you're going to have days where you cannot be perfect. Nobody cannot be perfect. You're going to flaw some days. Sometimes you don't even know you're doing something wrong. And it's like that. So sometimes you really have to think about, okay, like for example, if you're going out with your girls or you're going out with your boys, your girlfriend is not there, your boyfriend is not there, you have to enjoy yourself, but at the same time know what type of behavior you're letting out there, because even though he or she's not there, that doesn't mean other people don't see and other people won't talk or take a picture or take a video and be like, okay, I saw your boyfriend or your girlfriend last night and their behavior was so disrespectful to you, and if you were there, you would not feel comfortable in that type of. And some men and women do those bad behaviors even though their girlfriend or boyfriend is there or not, and that is just like a low blow, and it destroys a relationship in no time, because they will just keep on having arguments, fights, because that person just won't drop that old bad behavior, and the relationship is just a downfall from there. People behave the way they do. Sometimes it could be a past experience, past event that happened in their life. Every behavior I feel have some type of reason. The same way people react to things, that's the same way, behaviors do have reasons behind it. And there are so many reasons why someone would want to behave the way that they do. Maybe they're in a relationship, but at the same time, when they were in a relationship before, that's a type of treatment they would get, and they just don't want to get hurt. And so instead of receiving that treatment, they end up giving it out. And I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that it is right to do what someone else did to you. But I'm just saying that certain behaviors have reasons behind them. You understand me? If somebody starts cheating, sometimes it's not just okay, I'm gonna start cheating. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that people change. Experiences in life can change you. And some people change for good and some people change for bad. And, with all that, your behavior just change rapidly. And then you're like, okay, if they don't want to take me serious, then I'm gonna take it serious. But sometimes you just don't know when to give a good behavior or bad behavior. But it's not okay to do people the way that other people do you. Just leave them for God and let karma do her work. If men want to say his work, just let karma handle that. So yeah, behavior plays a big part in relationships. Some people overdo it with their behavior. They know it's wrong, but they still do it. The partner will blast, sit, speak, communicate with them about it, and then there's just no working it out because they know their behavior is wrong, but they still choose to do it. So when something like that happens, it just throws the whole relationship into the trash. And it's practically just gone for. And then there's some people with good behaviors in a relationship where the fact that they have these good behaviors, any little disagreement or fight, the fact that they have that good behavior will improve their relationship. But I'm not saying that everybody's perfect. I'm not saying that every time you're gonna be on your best behavior. I'm not saying that. Ain't nobody in this world perfect. But yeah, all behaviors have a reason behind it. Everything happens for a reason. Some of those people with bad behaviors, they have them because of some type of crazy ass experience. When you get hurt a lot, you tend to change a lot. You tend to be heartless. You tend to be cold-hearted. You just out of this world with your heart, and your heart is just cold black, cold as ice. You don't feel like you can trust people. And sometimes people can't blame you, but at the same time, I don't even know what to say. But behavior does play a very, very important role in a relationship, and I don't think that people know how much it plays in the relationship. But Yeah, behavior is a strong, important element in a relationship. So, I would advise anyone who has bad behavior, and if your partner has discussed it with you and communicate with you about it, you should work on it. But like I said, nobody's perfect. Just don't allow your behavior to get out of hand and destroy something good. If your relationship is good and your behavior is the one that's like the problem, you gotta fix that, because it does play a big part in your relationship. It does. And I also face, sometimes I don't behave the way that I should. I don't behave in a wild, crazy way. But sometimes there's just some days you just don't behave the way that you should. And it's all because that I have been through a lot with people, and it has you somewhere between trust, no trust, forgive, who to forget. It has you like that. So, but at the end of the day, you have to understand it's not everybody that's going to hurt you. You have to remember that there are good people in this world, and your behavior can ruin something. If you have bad behavior, it can ruin something good for you. It can stop you from elevating yourself and whatnot. But in a relationship, it can have great effect on you and your partner and your relationship. So don't forget that it is an important, strong element. So work on it. When your partner comes and say, okay, your behavior says a lot, good or bad, do recognize it, work on it, and take it one step at a time. So that is it for the video. Don't want to keep you all too long. Yes. So bye guys.